Republicans are demanding, the reason that the Democrats are putting up this millionaire surtax, are demanding that an extension of the payroll tax cuts be paid for. But you haven't done that in the past for the Bush tax cuts. And I would like to know why the difference between paying for one, not paying for the other. And what do you think are the chances for a deal before the end of this year, because it runs out at the end of this year, to extend the payroll taxes?
Well, we'll have to deal with the unemployment insurance, with payroll taxes, and a lot of other items before the end of the year. The problem here is that the payroll tax doesn't go into general revenue, it supports Social Security. And you can't keep extending the payroll tax holiday and have a secure Social Security. That's the first problem. The second problem is that by taxing the people who provide the jobs, you put off the day that we have economic recovery and job creation in this country. And that's precisely what the Democratic plan would do. It would hit those people, the small businesses, who we all acknowledge are the ones who create the jobs coming out of economic difficulty. And that, we think, would be a big mistake, since our primary object here is economic growth and job creation.
If I may, Senator Kyl, just to cut this short, are you saying no deal on extending payroll tax cuts?
The payroll tax holiday has not stimulated job creation. We don't think that is a good way to do it. Before the end of the year, we will have discussions about what we're going to do on all of these different programs.
Go ahead, briefly, Senator Durbin.
I can't believe that. At a time when working families in this country are struggling paycheck to paycheck, when we need them to have the resources to buy things in our economy, to create wealth and profitability and more jobs, that the Republican position is they'll raise the payroll tax on working families. I think that just defies logic. What we should do is to help these working families struggle through. President Obama has shown leadership on this, and now the Republicans are walking away from lower and middle income families because they don't want to impose a small tax on the wealthiest people in America. Listen, we can save Social Security. I agree with Jon Kyl. Let's be serious about it. Let's pay for this payroll tax cut by imposing the slight increase in taxes on the wealthiest people and replenish the Social Security Trust Fund.
Let me, if I can, Senator Kyl, I want to give you a chance to respond to that. I also want to ask you, if you will, briefly to respond to this, because economists say there's a real impact if you don't extend the payroll tax cuts and unemployment insurance. And let's put it up on the screen. They estimate, and again, both of these run out January 1st, that failure to extend the payroll tax cut and unemployment benefits will cut GDP growth 1% to 2% next year and cost more than 500,000 jobs. You say you question the stimulative effect, but according to these economists, there's a real danger if Congress doesn't extend both of those that you throw the country back into a recession.
Chris, I don't know who those economists are. I just read a piece by Art Laffer, who's a respected economist, who says that isn't true. Here's the problem. When you're in a recession, you're in difficult economic times as we are, and you need to put people back to work, as well as dealing with our deficit. How do you do that? You do it by enabling the economy to grow. The best way to hurt economic growth is to impose more taxes on the people who do the hiring. And as a result, Republicans have said, don't raise the existing tax rates on those who do the hiring. Instead, I hope we can get into this, explore the kinds of things that we did during the Deficit Reduction Committee work to reform the tax code, eliminate preferences, credits, and deductions, or reduce their value significantly on the upper income taxpayers so that they end up paying more, but not through a tax increase on the rates, either on capital gains, dividends, or on the upper marginal rates.
Let's pick up on that, because
you
you have the short-term problem, which is you've got to